What's up guys, Ryan here from Mud Gunner, and today I have a very cool gun to show you. So I have a Scar 16 SBR, and this is probably one of my favorite guns, so just fair warning, if you like saving money, I'm not the person to talk to. I will have you spending it faster than Dan Bilzerian. But yeah, this is one of my favorite guns, and I bought this gun in 2017, January of 2017 for my birthday, and yeah, I bought it used. It was a bone stock Scar 16. At that time, the prices were a lot more, I guess, like they were more affordable. So a brand new one was like 2,600 bucks. Used ones were in like the $200 to $2,200 range. Right now, probably a very hard time to find one, but I still wanted to talk about it. So yeah, I bought it bone stock, and then just over the years, I've upgraded it. I've been adding the things that I want, and it's been a process. So I wanted to show you guys what I've done to it today and show you how it shoots. Alright, so before I go over it, I just wanted to shoot a couple rounds so you guys can hear how it sounds, because the Scar has its very own unique sound, and I like it a lot. So it's got a side charging handle here. This does reciprocate, but it doesn't bother me where I have it. And yeah, let's just get some rounds on range. Yeah, it just very smooth to shoot. I like it a lot. Very accurate gun, easy to pull up. I mean, it's AR-ish. It's not an AR by any means, but like it's very, if you know how to use an AR, you could use a Scar no problem. Get fire this last round. Alright, so I'll talk to you guys a little bit about what I've done to the gun. So, the gun from the factory, it's a 16-inch gun. They don't sell a pistol, they don't sell a factory short barrel rifle version of this. You have to buy it as a 16-inch rifle, which is unfortunate because the barrels are expensive. So, one of the upgrades I did down the road, like a few years after I bought it, is I turned this into an SBR. I bought the factory 10-inch barrel, which they offer. It's about $1,000 for the 10-inch barrel, but I sold my 16-inch barrel for like 700 bucks. So the 16-inch barrel helped covered a lot of it, which was very nice. The other things I've upgraded to it, so it comes from the factory with your standard mil-spec trigger. It's like a 7-pound trigger pull. Geisley makes a 2-stage trigger for it, so I want to say it's a 4.5-pound overall 2-stage trigger. It's a very nice trigger. Other than that, internally it's all bone stock. The grip is still stock. Safety selector is still stock, charging handle still stock. There's a lot of stuff that I do like about it. I'm open to upgrading those parts. I just haven't felt the need to yet, or I want to save money and put it towards other stuff. So a lot of stuff I haven't changed. I like the factory stocks. There's a company called Kinetic Development Group. They make a lot of great upgrades for the Scar. You can get an ACR stock for the Scar, and the ACR stock is a lot more solid. But I like the looks of this. I haven't had it break. If it breaks, I'll probably upgrade it, but I like it. So, regular safety selector. It's an ambi and it's 45 degrees. I'm a fan of 45-degree safety selectors, so you can get it from either side. And yeah, no issues there. The grip, I don't like this style of grip, but the Scar grip is its own thing. You can't just throw a regular AR grip on there. You could probably get it custom fitted, but again, Kinetic Development Group or Parker Mountain Machine, they make grips for it. I just haven't done it yet. And then same thing, mag release. The mag release for me is kind of far, so like here's just me holding it. The mag release is a little too far, so I have to like extend a little bit to press it, but it's never bothered me. If I'm shooting and I need to drop my mag, I just send my index finger a little bit more forward. So a little bit more forward, but not bad. It's a big mag release, so it's easy to get to. It's ambidextrous, so you can hit it from either side. Like I said, safety's either side. You have your standard bolt catch like a regular AR. So for me, if I pull the charging handle back, I can't see, it's very bright. If I pull the charging handle back, I can use my thumb and press on the bolt catch. And then like an AR, if you put your mag in, you can hit that or you can pull that. So if I hit that, it'll send it forward. And then I have this Tango down grip on here, and a Surefire light. So when I hold this, my thumb is on the left side and it's right here next to the light if I need to use it. If not, it just sits right there. And then every single time the charging handle moves, it's not in my way and it doesn't hit me at all. And then as far as the sling goes, I'm using a Viking Tactics sling, and then on the front end here, it's quick detach. I'm using a Magpul QD RSA mount. These are like my favorite mount for guns that don't have a QD mount up front. And then the back of the sling, no QD mount. I just wrapped it through the stock. So it has this little loop right here, and I have it wrapped around the stock in case this were to ever break. I want it to still hold onto the stock. So I think this takes a lot of strain off of that little part right there and puts it on the bulk of the stock. So it fits pretty good on there. It doesn't bother me. It's really comfortable. I like that it's padded. Padded slings are really nice, especially if you're holding the gun for hours at a time. Like I've shot for 5 hours in the desert before, and having a gun slung a lot of the time, it's very nice to have padding. But yeah, so I'm right-handed. It's set up for a right-handed shooter, so I could shoot like this, and this sling has a pull tab right here, so I could pull this back, and then if I wanted to shoot left-handed, I can shoot left-handed, and my sling's not choking me because it's coming from this side. So I can shoot left-handed, the controls are ambidextrous, and my charging handle still is not in the way if I shoot left-handed. So the Surefire light, it's their Scout light dual fuel 1500 light, and it's a pretty bright light. I've shot at night with it and I was pretty impressed. I'm also running a Surefire 3-prong flash hider, and this is set up for the Surefire RC2. So I'm currently waiting on an RC2 suppressor because I want to put that on here, and then this will be a suppressed SBR package. But yeah, I don't have it right now. So at some point you guys will see me with the Surefire on here, and I can't wait for that. So let's see, what else to talk about? I'm running an EOTech on there. EOTech is one of my favorite reticles in an optic. One, I like that it's flat dark earth. If you've ever played almost any video game, they have EOTechs, and I just like the sight picture. It's a heavy optic. The battery life is not that great if you compare it to like an Aimpoint or a Trijicon red dot, because those batteries last a long time. EOTech batteries, I get a few months out of them if I'm using the gun constantly. That, and being in Arizona, it's pretty hot, so I don't know if that drains it even more. But yeah, EOTech, favorite sight picture, but not the best as far as weight goes, and not the best as far as battery life goes, but it still works. And then yeah, Tango Down quick detach grip. I really like this grip. What else to talk about? We could shoot it some more. I think you guys might like that. So let me put some ears and eyes on. I just got these Surefire Low Pro earplugs, and I wanted to test them out and see how they do. So shot with them a little bit today so far, and they seem to be nice. Alright, so I got a few more rounds left in the Scar mag. On a side note, Scar mags, they are super durable. This is probably one of the most durable like AR mags ever. If you've ever held an HK416 mag, it's basically the same thing. It feels a lot more solid than like your standard GI mag. But this, I also shoot Lancer mags through this, and the Lancers work great as well. But I like the two-tone on the Scar mag. I don't know how many rounds are left in there, but we'll shoot through it, and I'll show you shooting right-handed and left-handed so you can see how the sling setup works. So that sound feels great. Alright, so this is how you tighten the sling, this is how you loosen it. So I'll shoot a couple rounds right-handed, and then pull this, switch over, and left-handed. Doesn't get in the way of the sling. Switch back over, pull it tight, and yeah, it's just super nice. I love this gun. Drop the mag. If I put another one in, send it home. Alright, so you might be thinking, how does it compare to an AR-15? Well, I can kind of tell you, but as you can see, I own both, so I like them both. This is a Daniel Defense Mark 18, also an SBR. This is a 10-inch barrel, this is a 10.5-inch barrel. This also has a Geisley Super Dynamic Combat trigger in there, so I want to say it's also a 2-stage 4.5-pound trigger. So they're going to be very similar. This has a Surefire War Comp, Surefire Flash Hider, and yeah, they're going to be pretty equivalent as far as like side by side. This is a piston gun, so piston guns, they operate a little bit cleaner. This is a direct impingement gun. Still a great gun and a great design, but yeah, so right off the bat, the Scar is heavier, and that's just being a piston system. This has a lot more metal. The bolt carrier group for these is freaking massive. Now the Mark 18 is heavy for an AR, but it is still lighter than the Scar. So shooting wise, they both shoot really nice in their own way. It's kind of like, you know, you could buy a car that does 150 miles an hour, but you could buy a car that's like cheap that does that, and you could buy a car that's super expensive that does that. I mean, you can get to where you're going with either one. Right off the bat, the Scar setup, you're gonna pay about twice as much to get it. Sorry, fly. The Scar setup, you're gonna pay about twice as much to get it to where it's kind of like this. So, like I said, I'm not the best to tell you how to spend your money because you won't have any if you listen to me. But yeah, very similar. So I'm just gonna shoot a couple rounds through each one, and yeah, I mean, I like them both. That's why I own them both. But yeah, you guys can kind of just see what they're like. All right, so we'll put some rounds through the AR. You'll notice I have it set up relatively similarly to the Scar. And yeah, here we go. Yeah, the Daniel Defense shoots really nice. I mean, they're a world-renowned AR company. So it's a Mark 18 upper, but it's a Colt Mark 18 upper. So Colt bolt carrier group, Colt upper receiver, and barrel Mark 18 rail. So it's not a true complete Daniel Defense Mark 18, but it fits the purpose for what I need it for. But yeah, that was 20 rounds. I mean, the gun shoots super smooth. I like it a lot. No complaints. Also, I'm gonna run the Surefire RC2 suppressor when I get it on this, so they'll be relatively similar, just different animals. Because the AR, this is a direct impingement AR, so if you don't know what that is, that's just the way it operates. It blows gas back into the receiver to cycle the bolt carrier group. And then the Scar is a piston gun, so the gas goes into the gas block and pushes a piston rod, and that the rod is what cycles your bolt. So you have less gas going into the system. But yeah, just different operating systems. So this is a piston gun, that's a direct impingement gun. Piston guns are also a little bit heavier, so that's partly why the Scar is heavier. But yeah, they both operate amazing in my opinion. So I got 30 rounds. This is the Lancer mag. I'll just shoot through the 30 rounds. Nothing too fancy. On a side note, if you're rocking a Scar, you need to go to Polinar Tactical and get this Scar operator shirt. It goes with the gun, so it's a requirement for this gun. Goes by very fast. The gun has a lot more accuracy than me, but honestly, even for me, it's pretty easy to be accurate with it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, the Scar is a sweet gun. If you're gonna buy it and not upgrade it in any way, like if you're just gonna run the 16-inch barrel, the mil-spec trigger, not put an optic on it, not shoot it, it may not be for you. But if you like looking at it and just using it as a fun picture gun, then go for it. But I've put a few thousand rounds through this since I bought it in 2017, and it still looks pretty much like a Safe Queen, because I'm not too rough on it, but she is built for it. So run the gun, shoot it, and train with it, and you will enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching.